Hey guys, so recently I received a new shipment of Rosso Caffe Nespresso compatible capsules. So while cruising around on Facebook, I came across this brand, and this R, I don't know if you guys have seen it or not, stands for Rosso Caffe. I received 2 packages, each including 10 capsules, from Rosso Caffe on their website for $2. I saw that listed on their Facebook page. All you had to pay was $2, and they already selected 2 packages for you to receive their Diamante, as well as their Maestro, which is a dark roast, intensity of 9, and the Diamante is an extra dark roast, intensity of 13. 13 is as high as they go. Both of these came to me within a matter of days after order, and in the box was a Nespresso compatible capsule Rosso Caffe little brochure, and it shows you their 16 capsules, compatible capsules, and it lists all of them, which ones are premium blend. It doesn't tell you what premium blend means or what's in them. This is pretty generic. It does tell you if you can brew them as a ristretto shot, espresso, a lungo, or a cappuccino. It will tell you the name of the capsule. Whoops, let's get in focus here. Name of the capsule and the type of roast that it is and the intensity. Does not give you any flavor profiles, and what I found so far with the Rosso Caffe is that the flavor profiles are pretty lacking in their descriptions. If you haven't already seen, I did a review of the Maestro, and the description on the back describes that it has distinct cocoa and hazelnut aromas. I have not been able to detect those, but overall it was a great, well-balanced coffee that I think would be brewed great as either a ristretto or espresso, as they recommend, and mixed with milk. I'm a latte drinker, so I'm always trying to find a great capsule for lattes. I also had received at the same time a new shipment of ristretto capsules from Nespresso, as well as Arpeggio and Roma. I found that all 3 of these do a great job with milk-based drinks, and I've actually started brewing 2 capsules at a time as a ristretto shot. Here's the Roma box. As ristrettos, and mixing that with about 6 to 8 ounces, closer to 8 ounces of milk for my latte every day. If you also haven't already seen, I did a review of the limited edition Nespresso Selection Vintage Capsule 2014. Awesome little capsule here. Looks like a cork with the 2014 on it, so be sure to check out that review. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and dig into the Diamante. The Diamante, cool packaging here. This is their most intense of all of the Rosso Caffe capsules. And the description indicates that it's a prestigious blend. Let's get it where you can read it. A prestigious blend of selected high-quality Arabica beans from plantations across the finest coffee regions in Costa Rica. The beans are extra dark roasted for an especially bold, rich, and aromatic coffee with a profound, flavorful aftertaste. Diamante is a rare gem, perfect for those who enjoy strong premium coffee. So, Rosso Caffe, that's great, but what does it taste like? There are no tasting notes on this, and that's the one thing that kind of drives me nuts. So if you're looking to explore Rosso Cafe's different capsules, they really lack in the department of having tasting notes. And I say that on the flip side, I read the Nespresso capsule boxes and the tasting notes on here, and half the time I can't taste them anyway. So to each his own. Nespresso trips me out because they always talk about cereal. It seems like half of the grand crew for Nespresso are supposed to taste like cereal, and I don't necessarily want my coffee to taste like cereal. I'm more of a cocoa, hazelnut, sometimes fruity. If I'm just drinking the coffee as a shot by itself, then I prefer fruity notes, but cocoa is usually what I look for. The Maestro definitely has, in the description, cocoa, although it didn't really stand out to me. So I will be curious to try that with milk. So, enough about Maestro and Nespresso, let's dig into the Diamante. Again, extra dark roast, 13 intensity. We'll open the box. And the box, in comparison to an Nespresso box, you'll see that it's a little bit wider. They're both the same thickness. Nespresso's a little bit longer. They stack the capsules in here one by one. Nespresso capsules are all recyclable aluminum. And here's an Nespresso capsule. This is the vintage 2014 recyclable aluminum. You've got a foil top. These are all sealed with a gas inside, and then the cap, the vintage doesn't, because the vintage label is here on the bottom. But their other Grand Cru will actually show you on the foil itself what the flavor is. So this one is Roma. And I say that because as we get into the Diamante, box is easy to open. There's 2 packs of 5 each in here. So here's one little plastic pack. Go ahead and dump this out. I like the diamond, that's pretty cool. Here's the second pack. So I'll go ahead and open one. These are plastic capsules, and they have a foil top, and all they have is the Rosso Caffe R on it. So if you have all of these thrown together and don't have your colors memorized, you're going to have to either keep them in their box or reference the brochure here to know by color which is which. I did notice that their customer service on their Facebook page responded to a question asking if they had a recycling program. Similar to Nespresso, and at this point they do not, but they indicated that it's something that they were looking into. I don't know how long Rosso Caffe has been around, but for $2 to receive 20 capsules, I figured it was worth a shot. These capsules run, don't quote me, but I think they're 55 to 59 cents a piece per capsule. Nespresso tends to run, again, I think it's 79 cents on up if it's a limited edition. And actually, I can probably tell you. I sure can. So I misspoke. For Nespresso, the Nespresso capsules are 70 cents a piece. I'm looking at my order that I just received. They're 70 cents a piece currently for Nespresso. So my Arpeggio, Roma, and Ristretto were all 70, and then the vintage was 80 cents. So the Rosso Caffe, again, I believe they're 55 to 59 cents, but check out their website. Their website is simply rossocafe.co. Again, rossocafe.co there. All right, so without further ado, let's fire up our Breville Creatista Plus. If you have not seen my review of this machine, be sure to check it out. Fantastic machine. Absolutely love it. I will turn the machine on. What I always like to do is trash any capsule that's already in the machine simply by lifting the lever, closing it, and by doing that now it will allow me to brew or dispense hot water, and I will dispense an espresso shot of just water. That does 2 things for me. That's going to heat up my cup as well as flush the system out of any pre-existing coffee that was already in there. A 3-second quick heat up time. Alright, there's our espresso shot, and you can see that the water's a little brown, and that cleaned out all of the existing coffee that I previously brewed in there. So now that we've got that nice hot water and the cup is warmed, go ahead and put our cup back, open the lever. We're going to take our Diamante intensity of 13 Rosso Caffe capsule, drop it in, close the lever. So far, no problem at all using the Rosso Caffe Nespresso compatible capsule in the machine. It operates and fills exactly the same, has not gotten stuck. The Maestro that I tried did well, did not get stuck, no issues there. Let's go ahead and brew our espresso. In a quick 3-second heat up. Definitely a much darker brew. Looks absolutely beautiful. See if we can get in there. Very pretty. So that was definitely a darker brew than the Maestro. Very pretty crema. And since the box does not give me any tasting notes other than bold, rich, and aromatic coffee with profound, flavorful aftertaste. So we'll see what that means. To each his own. So let me go ahead and give it the sniff test. Definitely different. Does not smell like any Nespresso capsule. When I smell, so between the Maestro and the Diamante, right off the bat, I don't know why, they remind me of Folgers coffee. You know Folgers coffee in those big red plastic cans or tins? Reminds me of Folgers. Alright, so a well-balanced smell. It's interesting because Nespresso capsules, they all have to me, I feel like a very distinct smell. And I can tell right off the bat that these are not Nespresso. Could be good, could be bad. Alright, so it's a light smell. It's definitely not a heavy or dark smell. It smells like coffee. So, cheers. Let me go ahead and give it a sip. Definitely totally different. Absolutely different from the Maestro. Does not taste like an espresso at all. Interesting. So if you guys have had the Cafecito de Cuba, which is by far my most favorite Nespresso capsule, that was, I believe, an intensity of 12. Beautiful, beautiful flavor in that Cafecito de Cuba. So if that was a 12 for an espresso, and this is their 13, it doesn't really strike me as a 13. It's not acidic. I appreciate that. It does not kick you in the gut or in the mouth or tongue with that initial acidic flavor. And again, because I just received an order, I'm doing video reviews of a lot of my different capsules. The Vintage 2014 limited edition by Nespresso was an intensity of 7, and it definitely kicked me in the tongue with acid at first. This is very good. It's very, very well rounded. I might prefer that over the Maestro. I might see where it could be a 13. Now, I'll be real honest with you guys, and I said I like coffees that have cocoa hints, because I find that when I mix them with milk, that cocoa is enhanced and really adds to the overall flavor. That might be a winner, and I actually think, I feel like they gave them the wrong description, because the aftertaste of this, the box says a profound, flavorful aftertaste, which it does have. I don't know how profound it is, but to me it strikes me of cocoa, and I like that. The Maestro was supposed to have distinct cocoa and hazelnut. I didn't get either of those. So the Diamante aftertaste to me has it kind of reminds me of a powdered cocoa flavor. That's pretty good. Actually, I like that a lot. Awesome. Okay, so that's step 1, taste testing all of these. Step 2 is going to be, how does it taste with milk? Now, I brewed both of these as espresso. The box indicates that you can brew them as ristretto or espresso. And so usually what I've been doing with most milk-based drinks now is pulling 2 ristretto shots, and I do that so that it's a more intense flavor in a smaller shot. And then both of those ristretto shots go into the milk, about 6 to 8 ounces of milk, and I find that's a pretty good balance. But since these are different intensities and different flavors, I'll have to play around with that a little bit. So, one last sip, and I've almost finished this one. pretty good. It's not bad. It's intense. I think I'm getting a little caffeine rush from from that, or it might be that I've just had about 3 or 4 shots. It's one of those. Thank you guys for watching this review. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. Give me a thumbs up if you like it. Share, comment, subscribe, and I'll look forward to seeing you with my next review. See you later.